Welcome, Capricorn, to High Priestess Influence and to your general weekly tarot guidance. So this will be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for February 24th through March 1st. Of course, dates are approximate and flexible. You may find resonance with this message whenever you view it, or you may find none at all since it's general. So that's way too many. Although, no, it's not, because there was a clump of them face down, but only one face up. Okay, so I forget where I was in my little introductory speech here. I think I was going to say it's a general reading. It may not resonate with you because it's general, so take anything that resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. And remember, never put anyone else's judgment above your own, my Capricorn friends. So keep in mind that the cards are here just as guides, not as predictors. And it's always my intention to attract the cards that best serve those of you who will actually view this message. It's my intention to attract the cards and the intuition that will best serve you, because I do read intuitively. Okay, so from the minor arcana, in the physical realm, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And there are two cards there in the mental realm. And then now we're looking for the spiritual realm. And then from the major arcana, we will go for one card that best represents the overall energy and sometimes also contains, a message or advice in it. Well, I guess all the cards are a message altogether. It's all about messages. So the physical realm is basically what you're experiencing, and the mental realm is where your focus is at, what's on your mind. And your focus is very, very important. What you think about, that results in your emotions, and your emotions are what create the vibration that you put out there in the world. And the vibration that you put out there in the world is what attracts your experiences to you. So Capricorn, we are not getting a card here for the overall energy. So I may just put these aside and come back to them. Sometimes there's a significance in the message when they don't show up right away. So let's see. Okay. In the physical realm, you only had one card jump out. So, basically this is you, Capricorn. This is you. You're in alignment. I feel like it is a very balanced week for you. I wanted to say you're living a very balanced life. I feel as though you are meeting all your responsibilities. You are good at handling the day-to-day responsibilities between your career and your home life, all of your different responsibilities. And, I just feel overall like, you're doing well. You're doing well. I think it's a very aligned period of time for you. Feeling content, feeling good in your own skin. And again, handling everything that you need to handle. And, for some of you, I even got the feeling like, you're just enjoying yourself. You're content. Some of you, I just got the feeling you're proud of yourself, or you feel satisfaction. You're satisfied with yourself. You're satisfied with where you are right now. Like I got the feeling that things are purring along. Okay, things are purring along. Your physical experience this week. Your life experience this week just feels I got the feeling of feeling natural, feeling routine, but I don't mean in a boring way, kind of like all's well. All's well. So in your mental realm, you have the 5 of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so now this is where your mental realm is at. And I'm feeling here that with the Five of Swords, followed by the Page of Pentacles, I'm feeling like you might be contemplating how to approach someone represented by the Page of Pentacles. So this Page of Pentacles is either a younger person or an immature person, and not necessarily bad immature. It could be young at heart person. But I feel in your mental realm here that you're thinking about a possible confrontation or discussion or words that you need to have with someone represented here by the Page of Pentacles. So, you're represented here by the Queen of Pentacles, male or female, it doesn't matter. That's not the gender. I mean, you could be the mother or father of this Page of Pentacles. You could be the boss of this Page of Pentacles. But regardless of whether you are male or female, I feel there's almost a tug of war between the male and female energies of you here in this situation that you are contemplating here. In other words, I feel as though you need to have a discussion represented by someone, with someone represented by the Page of Pentacles. Okay, let me start again. You've got a conversation on your mind. I think you need to have a conversation with someone represented by the Page of Pentacles. Again, someone either younger than you, someone who may be like young at heart, or maybe a subordinate of yours. You may be someone's boss or someone's superior. And I feel as though you might need to have a discussion with someone, and I think there's a concern that it could be kind of confrontational. And I think you are trying to find a balance between the soft touch yet the firm hand. Because I'm sensing, especially with the Five of Swords there, that you might be concerned that either this person will take this conversation the wrong way, or this person might get his or her back up. And also the Page of Pentacles, it could be an earth sign, so it could be, a Taurus, Virgo, or another Capricorn, but it's not necessarily so. I mean, it also could be someone, again, with whom you work or who works for you in some way, shape, or form. And again, I feel like you have a conversation on your mind that you might be a little hesitant about or unsure, because it could end up to be confrontational, but not necessarily so. I do like it that the Page of Pentacles is upright. So I don't feel as though this person is inherently negative or inherently bad or inherently misbehaving or bad at his or her job or something like that. I don't have a terribly negative feeling about this person, but this person could be messing up or just be new at something, or if it's your child, and it's a young person, it could be just being like a normal teenager, and you're trying to approach the situation gingerly, in a sense, carefully. You want to balance out your firm hand with your soft understanding side. So yeah, I feel as though you're trying to be understanding yet firm in whatever message this is that you have to deliver to this person. So it may be a teenager who needs more restrictions put on him or her. It could be someone who works for you who needs more guidance, or needs to improve his or her job, or needs to not be late, or something like that. And you have that balance on your mind here. Now, in the spiritual realm, the message from the universe, I feel as though you don't want to go too negative, and you don't want to, you might not even want to have this conversation this week. You might not want to move forward this week. I feel as though the energies aren't there, the energies aren't right. And honestly, it feels like it might be your energy that isn't right. You need to be in alignment with this action before you take it. So just by virtue of the fact that I sense a concern here about your approach, means that you're not in alignment with it, and you're not ready to move forward with this conversation here. Now, I know I was kind of specific about the people involved. It may not be an employee, it may not be a child. It could just be a friend, even, whom you need to have a discussion with. But whatever it is, I feel as though a conversation, you feel a conversation needs to be had. But as it stands, I feel as though you're not in alignment vibrationally with the conversation. As aligned as you are, as good as you are at basically your life, you're not quite ready for this conversation yet. Now, let's see if we can get the overall energy here and see if that adds something to it. There may be advice in here that maybe wouldn't come across as advice until after this message was delivered. But let's see what we can get from the major arcana, because I do feel as though this message is incomplete here. Because there's something with that Three of Wands reverse that's saying, oh, that's a ton of cards. Okay, that's saying, don't move on this yet. Don't have this conversation. Don't move toward this. But I do feel for a lot of you that, again, either male or female, represented by the Queen of Pentacles, that I'm really getting the feeling that you are an understanding, you're an understanding person, you're approachable, and, you're generally, what's the word I'm looking for? You're kind of like good at seeing the other person's perspective. You're understanding. You're generally understanding, and that's why you have this conversation on your mind. But I think if you felt, why are we not getting a major arcana? I think if you felt more aligned with this action, you actually would have taken it already. And so regardless, okay, so yeah, you have the Fool reversed here. So I feel like the energies are not lined up for you to have this confrontation or this conversation, because I'm actually feeling as though maybe it would turn into a confrontation, and your expectations are kind of there. For some of you, you may be strongly thinking about confronting someone, but this is general. So I'm feeling that for some of you, it's a conversation that you're contemplating. For others, it's more of a confrontation. And I'm just feeling with the Fool reversed here, the overall energy is not conducive to the outcome that you want. It may be, I'm feeling that this may be the other person's energy, that no matter what you say or how you approach it this week, that it may be the other person who will not receive it in the spirit in which it's delivered, regardless of how it's delivered. And of course, vibration is a two-way street, right? Law of attraction is a two-way street. So if this is the wrong time for this conversation because it won't be well received by the other person, it does involve your vibration too. So I'm feeling as though you need to get in alignment with this, in the sense that you know it will be well received. You have a high expectations for this person and the outcome. And then trust your gut or your intuition as to know when you can have, or when this conversation would be most productive. But I also just got the feeling that for at least some of you, if you can actually get in alignment with this person, you are going to attract the positive side of this person, the behavior or performance or whatever it is that you would like from this person, or the reaction you would like from this person. So, in other words, if this is your child, for example, and you raise your expectations by focusing on all of the positive aspects, all of the positive traits, all of the things you love about this child, then this child will vibrationally respond to you. You will attract the best from this child, because it is a two-way street. So if your expectations are low, then you're going to attract that from the other person. And even if this is, an employee or someone who, is a subordinate of yours in some way, shape, or form, a student, an employee, the same vibrational situation applies. Focus on the best traits of this employee or student or whoever this is. Raise your vibration around this person, and this person will meet you there. This person will deliver. Or if it's an employee, for example, this person will quit. And if this person cannot meet you where you are vibrationally, then this person will leave your experience. But I don't feel a tremendous negativity around this person, and if that is accurate for your specific situation, remember it is general, but if overall this person is not negative but just needs some improvement in some area, then I believe this person can rise to your expectations. But I don't think that this is the path you want to step on to at this point. I don't think you want to have this conversation at this point. With the Three of Wands, I mean, reversed, it's really, in this position, in this advice from the spiritual realm, it's really about not taking action this week. It's really about not moving ahead with your plan this week. So my Capricorn friends, that was a really kind of specific. So if it doesn't resonate, go check out your moon and rising sign messages. So I could see that this possibly does not resonate with everyone. Of course, there might be some general messages in there for you. But either way, I want to thank you for being with me. If you want to support this channel, just do me a favor and like it, give it a thumbs up, and maybe even subscribe if you haven't done so already. Either way, thanks so much for being with me, my dear Capricorn friends. I hope you have a fabulous week ahead, and I hope to see you back here again next week.